Uh-huh.
Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to Banjo Kazooie. So, quite a few of you might be wondering, why the heck am I doing this game a third time? Because I've done it twice on my channel. Once like 5 years ago, I think, and then the other one was like 2 or 3 years ago. Y'all might be wondering, why the heck am I playing this game again for the third time? And why the heck am I not playing Banjo Tooie and moving on with the series? Well, I'm going to give you my reason. I really don't like my last two versions of this project. The first one was total garbage and as old as crap. I did not like the commentary, did not like the quality, did not like any of it. And the second one I just wasn't satisfied with. So, we're doing this one more time. And I promise, once we do this one more time, we'll be playing Banjo Tooie in the future. But for now, I need to get rid of one of these files. This one was 9 hours and this one was 7 hours. So technically, this one right here is my better file. Well, this one's my bad file, this one's my better file, because at the time. I guess, for record's sake, I'll go ahead and just get rid of the second one, because the second one was my playthrough that I did not too long ago on my own, because I hadn't played this game in forever, and I got really rusty, which sucked. But anyways, guys, let's just hop right on into the game, let's get going. I'm ready for my third take on Banjo Kazooie, my third and final take. Let's go. Game 2. Not Game 1, not Game 3, Game 2. Because cooking in Banjo's kitchen is actually kind of cool looking. I love picking the Game Boy one, but I've had that file on my Nintendo 64 since I was a kid. You can probably tell by the time I had like 30-something hours or something on my third file. That's because I was a kid, I explored, I had fun, I was slow, all that kind of such. And then the first file, I believe, was my best file I've ever done. So yeah. I don't really know if I'll be reading all the text here, because one, I don't feel like voice acting, and two, it's just a lot to intake. Like, God knows past me from years ago probably tried reading all this crap, and that was stupid, so. Yeah, not doing that. I mean, I'll read the game, I just won't read the introduction, because I don't really care to. Long story short, Gruntilda here is dealing with her cauldron, and she's like, oh, I'm the most beautiful. And Gruntilda's like, no way, Cauldron. You saying I'm not the most beautiful? And the Cauldron's all like, yeah, you kind of suck. You're like second best, which is really sad given the whole entire world, because there's probably loads better people. Anyone remember Humba Wumba? Forget about Tootie. It's all about the Humba Wumba. Or at least for the first two games. Or, well, the second game, I should say. The second game. And Nuts and Bolts, everyone looks interesting in Nuts and Bolts, to be fair. Everyone looks very, very different. But yeah, it's also a little cliche for me to just read the intro and all that, so frick it. I'm just going to kind of play this in a very, I guess, natural way. So with the first time I did this game, I was very unorganized, I believe. The second time, I think I tried splitting every world into 2 videos. I have a new way of taking on this game, guys. What I'm thinking about doing is I think for every single video I do, outside of the first video, because in this video we're going to be taking on Spiral Mountain and Mumbo's Mountain, and every other video past that we're going to be taking on every single level in one go. That means every single level is going to get its own video, except for, what's the word? Click Clock Wood. Except for Click Clock Wood. Click Clock Wood is going to be 2 separate videos. One will be like a spring, summer, the next one will be fall, winter, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I've got a very specific way I'm going to take on this adventure, and I'm super sorry once again that I'm doing this a third time. I typically don't do 3 redos, or well, technically 2 redos of my first project that I did. But the first time I did Banjo Kazooie was like, I was like, what, 10 Let's Plays in, roughly? Around 10 or 12? So it's like super old, my commentary sucked. And then the third one, I don't know. Or third one, I didn't mean to say third one. Second one, I was just all sorts of bad with it. So, doing this, a third take. And I'm playing this on my Ultra HDMI 64, so that ought to be pretty neato. It should look really sharp. Like, this game should look really sharp for the original 64. But, yeah, there is an Amber Alert outside as of right now with Gruntilda and Tootie. Tootie's being taken away by the evil Green Witch. And Kazooie's pretty much helpless to do anything. Even though in the second game, she can go out and do things on her own, but we haven't learned that yet. So she's kind of stuck in this backpack. That's how her life works. That's how her life works. She cannot do anything outside of the backpack until the second adventure. From birth, she was from backpack. And Banjo was just straight up lazy. He didn't do anything about his sister because he's dumb and stupid and sleepy. Here we go, finally getting the adventure started. Man, bringing back some memories here. Yeah, I had plans on Banjo Kazooie being like a co-commentary like series at one point in time, but honestly, I just wanted to do my own take on the game. So that is what we are doing today. Let me go ahead and talk to Bottles real quick. He's gonna tell me a whole bunch of text here that I really don't care for, because I already know most of it. Listen up, I'm Bottles, a short-sighted mole. I'm Banjo, and this here's my buddy Kazooie. Sure is a strange-looking buddy, Banjo. Can it talk? Better than you can, Goggle Boy. What was all that noise about? Where's my sister Tootie? The ugly witch Gruntilda swooped down out of the sky and grabbed her. Calm down, Geeky. We'll get her back. Where did she go? She flew up to her mountain lair. It's really dangerous, so you'll probably need some training before you go up there. Press A if you want me to teach you some basics moves, or press B if you think you're already good enough. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I would show off the teachings just for the sake of, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess for the sake of showing off the tutorial of the game, but let's be real here, nobody wants to see me do that, and I can practically do everything that I'm supposed to do with all the moves already present. So, here we go, got all of our moves, frickin' finally. Definitely don't want to be going around all like, woo, 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 because seriously, if you press A and you go for the tutorial, you're literally going to just be doing this the entire time until you learn some new moves. So yeah, just, no, not today. You'd be going to like these molehills right here, and talking to Bottles like a bunch of times, so we're not doing that today. I'm not going to grab a honeycomb piece yet, because I don't really need to, but let's see, that is another molehill. We are going to go way up here. Can't make that jump because we suck. Not just kidding. Alright, so that's the first honeycomb. Pretty simple. Basically, you just backflip for that one, so good to go. I'm going to go ahead and kill this onion because it has layers. And I am very layerist. That's a word I can go with. Alright, time to climb up this lovely tree. I am such a big nerd when it comes to Banjo Kazooie, guys. Like, Banjo Kazooie is one of my all-time favorite frickin' games and series, even though it was short-lived. But I know this game practically like the back of my hand. I wouldn't say entirely, because the last time I played this game about a month ago, and I know that sounds kind of silly, because like, well, you played it a month ago, you should be good, right? No. I kid you not. Somehow, some way, I got super rusty with this game, and I was going all over the place, getting my butt kicked, and forgetting quite a few things, and that's not to say that this playthrough will be perfect. I am more than likely going to make a lot of mistakes. Go ahead and just dip down here, bada boom, don't even have to go underwater myself. It just kind of automatically puts me underwater. But yeah, so I was just super rusty with this game, and I don't know what to blame. I don't know if it was to blame the type of games I was playing at that point in time, where I just wasn't platforming, and I was more or less just like going around combat-wise or shooting like in Splatoon or something like that, but honest to God, I was really bad at this game. For me standards, I was pretty bad. So I should be a bit more up to speed now. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and collect the honey piece since there's going to be a little text that appears on the bottom. But yeah, like I was just so bad. I was so freaking bad at this game. So I'm glad that I'm a little bit more up to speed. I shouldn't be as rusty. Here we go. Got all 6 honeycomb pieces. All together create, empty honeycomb pieces. All together create an extra piece of health. So now we have a total of 6 health pieces, which is super duper cool. Just kind of getting the extra stuff out of the way right now. We're not really going to be doing anything special here in Spiral Mountain outside of that. You can take a secret little jump up here for the sake of showing it off. I'm actually going to climb up the spiral in Spiral Mountain because I think every other time I've played this game, I've always done that little trick to get across a little faster, and honestly, that's just cheap of me. I showed off the trick for the sake of anybody wanting to try it, but honest to God, you probably shouldn't. Climb the spiral in Spiral Mountain. You won't get to do it too many times. After you get through here, you just kind of stay in there. You stay in Gruntilda's lair until you come out here on your own, so just climb it. Climb it for old time's sake. So yeah, he was basically wishing us good luck and all such with going into Gruntilda's castle. Here we go. Should be getting another cutscene here in a sec with Gruntilda, Tutti, and one of my personal favorite characters, Klungo. Klungy. Where are you, Klungy? Klungo. He should be around here somewhere. Yeah, there's my boy Klungo. How's it going? He's freaking swooping on in with his kind of weird foot pattern movement. But, oh well. I think it's because one of his legs is bigger than the other. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I have no idea. Klungo's basically a mess. He's a really big green mess. And I can relate to the guy on a spiritual level. So, I feel for the guy. I really feel bad for him in the next game. Well, I will say this ahead of time just so you guys can get some confirmation. I hate leaving people in the darkness when it comes to this. I'll probably say it near the end of the project too, but I'm going to do Banjo Tooie sometime this year. I can promise you that. I can at least promise you Banjo Tooie sometime this year. I would like to aim for July if possible. No promises whatsoever. I cannot promise that. But I would like to aim for July, because that seems like a really good time frame for me to do Banjo Tooie. So keep that in mind. Banjo Tooie might be happening come July. As for which console version I'm going to be playing, I don't actually know if I'll Ultra HDMI 64 up that project either. Just because that game has a lot of lag on the original 64. I might do it for just old time's sake, why the heck not? But that game has really, really bad lag. So I might be doing the Xbox 360 version, I have no idea. It really depends on how I feel at that point in time. But, because I got both, I could do both, but I think I might go 64 just for the sake of sticking with 64, just depends. But it's got really bad lag, it's tremendously bad. I don't remember it being that bad, but it's bad. But yeah, a lot of you guys out there have probably seen some kind of Banjo Kazooie project at some point in time, so I don't really need to explain a lot of this. You get puzzle pieces, you put puzzle pieces in the wall, you unlock levels. Simple as that, right? Mumbo's Mountain is our first course, so we're going to be heading on in there. God, I feel like I'm just going to be this very annoying tour guide for Banjo Kazooie, just because I'll be like, and to your left is this Jiggy I'm going to pick up. To your right, there's going to be a purple Jinjo. Going to pick that up. Behind the purple Jinjo is going to be a Mumbo token. Bada boom. Like, you can kind of see that this game has a little bit of lag, too. It's not as bad as Tooie, because Tooie pushes the 64's processing power in very, very tightly, and there's not a whole lot of room to work with. So, yeah. But yeah, Jinjos, guys. You got 5 per level. Basically, you collect 5, you get a Jiggy. Just kind of getting the tutorial stuff out of the way. The notes talking on the bottom, you can always listen to him, too, instead of listening to my stupid mouth. Basically, you get 100 notes. That is enough to progress into the next level. I think if you want to go into the next part of this Gruntilda's lair, you have to... What's the word I'm looking for here? You have to have 50 notes. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. You have to have 50 notes if you want to move on to the next part of Gruntilda's lair. So they expect you to get half of this level done before you can progress through the rest of this game. Honest to God, if you can't get 50 notes in Mumbo's Mountain, you probably should stop now. Just saying, like, if you have a difficult problem getting 50 notes, just quit. Oh, crap, I don't have the talent trot. I'll have to get that here in a sec. I would go down to, what's his name? Conga's face. I would go see Conga. But honestly, I would rather have the eggs and the ground pound move before I do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to change up my methods here a little. I'll change them up just a tiny bit. As a matter of fact, hang on. Wasting a few seconds. How's it going? Sorry, they kind of popped out of nowhere. Which, by the way, speaking of these little guys, growing up, I always thought they were ants. Like little ant, like insects and whatnot. They're not ants. They are termites. Or their name is Ticker. And Ticker is a termite name. So, yeah, fun fact. I was super... I mean, okay, I shouldn't say that I was super stupid as a kid, because everybody and their mother thought that they were ants growing up, honest to God. Nobody really thinks of termite when you play a game this simplistic. Most people just think, well, you know, ants. It's a simple go-to. We're gonna go ahead and pick up this Jiggy real quick. We must search for 10 of us on each world, and we'll help you progress through the witch's lair. Heck yeah, man. Already got 2 Jiggies down the hatch. Another 8 more to go before this video ends. When you're ready to leave this world, return to the start area and stand on the exit pad. Well, you know, Bottles, maybe I'll think about that. Maybe I'll frickin' think about leaving this level. Maybe. Just maybe. But yeah, we got the talent shot now, so we got, oh yeah, me Mumbo's, we picked up the Jinjo earlier that I didn't pull up the Mumbo text till just now after picking up the second Mumbo token. That's actually pretty frickin' funny. So yeah, got ourselves our 3rd Jinjo and got like 40 notes, so that's pretty good. Once again, I would go down that mountain and collect stuff, but what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to collect a few things here, because there's a certain way I'd like to get some Jiggies here. I like picking up the 4th Jinjo as the yellow one. And then once I head on over to get the last Jinjo, there's like Jiggy Central. Like you get Jiggies out the wall. So it's probably a pretty good speedrunning technique or just a technique to speed things up a little. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really what we call a speed runner. So yeah, we got 50 notes, so Bottles will tell you that you can move on to the next area of the lair. Bottles, shut up. I need to talk to Bottles. Thank you, Bottles. Alright. I call this Beak Buster. Jump into the air and press the Z button to send Kazooie slamming hard down to the ground. Gulp, I don't like that. I like the sound of that banjo. Get used to it, Nest Girl. You'll be using it a lot. Oh, geez. Hey, how's it going, fella? He just got a game out of nowhere. So yeah, see that really, like, baddish lag? That's what we call Nintendo 64 limitations. Nintendo 64 limitations. So super sorry if that looks kind of gross frame rate wise, but honestly, I grew up with this. I can live with it. Just YouTube wise, I know a lot of people don't like that, but live with it. You're gonna have to live with it. Also, before I forget, because I don't want to be a big old jerk, shoutouts to Game N Clyde on the check out his YouTube channel. Well, now I'll put it somewhere. I'll try to remember to put it somewhere. Basically, he's the one who set me up with the Ultra HDMI 64, and I only got to test it out once for a YouTube video, which was my Mario Tennis live stream. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and set those Jiggies off to the side because there's a certain way I like doing this. I don't have a way to shoot eggs. Oh dear God, maybe I picked the wrong area to go in. Hang on here. Let me go ahead and collect that Mumbo token real quick. We're gonna kind of detour for just a sec, so that way I can collect things that I need to collect. I'm kind of half-A-ing Mumbo's Mountain right now, the way I didn't want it to be done. But see, hey, ugly, no bears allowed in tickers. Whatever the frick he says, I didn't read that last part. He gets jealous of you once you turn into a termite yourself, and you have a backpack. And like, oh, cool backpack. It's like, oh, but you wouldn't compliment the bear's backpack. Only your own kind, which is actually that's kind of controversial. So I think I'll stay out of that one. But actually, as a matter of fact, since I'm going over this way, might as well start collecting some notes, right? Can't be ignoring the notes. I'm going to start killing people's OCD, or let alone my own. Okay, I'm just kind of checking where some notes are. Yeah, we're going to clean up this level pretty nicely as time goes on. You're going to think I'm crazy for leaving those Jiggies behind, and I know that sounds really freaking stupid, but there's a certain way I like doing it, just because it, for some reason, puts a very sick smile on my face. Yep. Oh, fudge! He actually got me. I'm sorry. I've got the game very lowered down, so I couldn't hear his, like, arm swing noises. Hang on. Oh, come on. And now you should get it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That should do it, right? Yeah, there we go. That's a Jiggy. I shall collect that in just an uno momento, but first I'm going to grab that orange real quick. Head on over to good old... Oops, hang on. There's a certain way I like doing this, too. Head on over to Chimpy, and I failed. Darn it. I like rising on the platform with it, but oh well, that's fine. Oh, Chimpy like Conker's orange. Chimpy helped Fat Bear. Oh, I thank you. Oh, hey. Did you just call me fat? I don't appreciate that. Hey, that rhymed. I'm like Gruntilda now. Oh god, I'm green and ugly. Oh wait, that hasn't changed. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're gonna go over here real quick. Grab this molehill and yank out bottles. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. I don't know where I started going with grab, but here we go. We're gonna learn the ancient egg technique. I'm listening. Beetle breath. Hold Z, then press the top C button to shoot an egg out of your mouth. Hey, sounds cool. Anything else? Sure, press the bottom C button instead, and you can shoot them from your behind. Sheesh, sounds painful. I wish I'd never asked. Bird Brain can carry 100 eggs in her backpack. Oh, and you can also use the control stick to aim while you're crouching. Eggs? Exciting, huh? Now that you've learned to use the eggs, here's 50 to practice with. Wow, Bottles. Your energy is a little low. I'll fill it up for you. Yeah, if you actually learn moves or like you talk to Bottles from time to time, he'll actually heal you up. So, Bottles is a good friend. Let's go over here and collect that Mumbo token. That's going to be the last Mumbo token we need in Mumbo's Mountain. So, yeah, there we go. We can now transform into the termite. This right here is a Jiggy outside of the level. That will be done with Ticker. Or not Ticker, but the termite that you turn into. Not Ticker. Ticker is an enemy. We do not talk to Ticker. So now we're going to go over here real quick. Conga's going to start spouting out stupid bolts. We're going to go ahead and hit him up. What's funny is, I don't like to give spoiler alerts when I do this, but the game's like, what, 20 years old? And the second game's going to be 20 years old in like 2 years. So, like, hate spoiling some stuff here for those who don't know Banjo Tooie, but Conga actually turns out to be a pretty decent guy in Banjo Tooie. He helps you out, sort of, kind of. He's very minor, but he's in the game. So yeah, once you hit Conga here with 3 eggs, he gets all woozy and he's like, oh no, you beat me! So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start collecting some Jiggies. Check this out. See how the Jiggies are all just lined up for me here? I love doing this. It is so freaking fun. Okay, so now we're over here. That's Jiggy number 3 of this world? Should be. Yep, number 3. Bada boom, number 4. I just love collecting them this way. It's just so satisfying. You just get like a bunch of Jiggies at once. This is like the only level you can really do something that similar like. Because I think future levels, Jiggies are so much more spread out because of how the levels layout is so like, what's the word? What's the word I'm trying to look for here? Well, they're spread out, so that means collecting Jiggies is kind of a pain in the butt. What happened here? Did I... Oh, yeah, right, I didn't learn the egg thing. My bad. Did I really miss? Wow, that's kind of sad on my part. Yep. Oh, okay, hang on, let me just get a better view. So I'm like using this new 64 controller called Brawler 64, and I'm still not 100% used to it, so it takes a little bit of getting used to. So yeah, just a little FYI, it's a little bit more of a sensitive controller, but it's like a pro controller for the 64. Eventually they're going to start selling them separately, so it's pretty cool. I got it through like a Kickstarter thing on, well, Kickstarter. Yeah, there we go, I got Jiggy number 5. Gonna roll on over here. Pick up this real quick. I guess I forgot to do the spinny thing here, so I'm going to have to make this perfect. Yep. Or not. I didn't get it perfect. Oh well, close enough, right? Here we go, got ourselves another Jiggy. That's number 7. Bada boom, number 8. I'm just speeding through it, guys. Check this out. I'm total pro speedrunner here. Not really. I'm not the fastest at Banjo Kazooie. Like I said, I'm extremely flawed later on in the game. I'm just very good at Mumbo's Mountain. I practiced a lot of Mumbo's Mountain growing up. By growing up, I mean like a year ago I tried speedrunning Mumbo's Mountain for fun. Not growing up. I wasn't that good growing up. Growing up, I took like 30 minutes in Mumbo's Mountain because, you know, a kid and all that. I was like 3 when Banjo Kazooie came out, so it was like one of the very first games I remember playing, but I was very like bad at it. So me and my brother kind of went back and forth trying to play the game quite a bit. So yeah, I played it from like the age of 3 to 4. Kind of got accustomed to it. Going on into Mumbo's hut now. We're going to be speaking to Mr. Shaman. Now be quiet, he's sleeping. You cannot make a noise. Oh shoot, I woke him up. Man, you are one light sleeper. Alright, me, Mumbo, best shaman in all the game. You know, Banjo and Filthy Feathered One. Watch it, hut boy. Mumbo's magic tokens. Hid by which? Find tokens and Mumbo help you. Wow, what a bee. Ah, Banjo has plenty of tokens. Stand on skull and press B to see mighty Mumbo magic. We'll do. Let's go. I'm ready to turn myself into a termite. The bada boom. First Mumbo magic spell. There we go, guys. Mumbo's magic free to change back. You come when you're ready. Oh boy. I'll be sure to come when I'm ready. Alright, time to get on out of here. But yeah, forgot to say this earlier because I got a little sidetracked. So yeah, Game N Clyde, which is a good friend of mine, his name's Clyde, or as I call him. He's the one who set me up with the Ultra HDMI 64, so... Oh, yeah, the term I was going to say, hey, cool backpack. I guess I ran into that term. Here we go. Give me that cool backpack, or else. Anyways, so, yeah, go on my, like, YouTube channel, like, the page of my YouTube channel, and just, like, scroll down, or not scroll down, but go down my list of, like, ZTH crew and cool channels and all that. I got that all set up. You should see a channel called Game N Clyde. It's got, like, a red icon, at least as of right now. So check that out, and, all that such. He's a really, really talented... gamer. He's got a lot of good videos on how to fix, you know, systems and certain things and whatnot. It's pretty cool. He's very good in the tech department, but yeah, shout out to him for setting me up with the Ultra HDMI 64. I got the Jungle Green 64 because I was wanting one of those for years. Sent to his way, and he got me all set up with the HDMI kit, so that was like super nice of him. Really good guy. There we go, we got 10 jiggies, guys. So we got 10 jiggies, got all the notes. Mumbo's Mountain is just about wrapped up. So yeah. Like, I don't know if I'll do a shout out video for every single time I do a 64 game, just because I think that might be a bit tedious, but Banjo Kazooie, dedicating the shout out to him. Maybe I'll do that when I do Ocarina of Time, since that's his favorite game ever. So yeah, just go ahead and check my stats real quick to make sure that I've got everything. Got ourselves 100 out of 100, 10 out of 10, 2 out of 2. Beat this level in 12 minutes and 33 seconds. So that's going to be about 35 by the time we actually leave the level. So yeah, 12 and a half minutes to beat Mumbo's Mountain. That's pretty freaking good. Like, we're making really good timing right now. Like, this video is only going to be like a good 30 minutes or so. So, yeah, pretty good timing, man. Pretty good. So, yeah, you want to stay as the termite. It helps you get up the little Mumbo's Mountain little entrance. You piece of garbage. Freak. Hey, where'd you get those shorts? I want them. Yeah, okay, now I got to finally show that off. So, once you try to leave with the termite, Mumbo will say, Mumbo magic getting weak, and it will turn back or magic go. You can only go so far with the termite, and by the time you do, you transform back. But anyways, guys, yeah, we're about to wrap up this video. So, let me go ahead and just go on up here and do that. We're going to unlock the next door, though, to the next section before I do, however. So, I usually like jumping towards the door magically opens, but I'm going to talk to Bottles first, because I think it'll ruin the moment. When you open a world door, baddies escape and roam once more. Oh, thanks, Grunty. Could you please leave? I'm trying to listen to my friend Bottles here. This is a note door sealed by Grunty with one of her powerful musical spells. Open it up, then, jam jars. Wait. Jam jars? Really? Jam jars. Isn't that the name of Bottles' brother, Banjo Tooie? Did they actually make that name here and then use it in Tooie, or am I going crazy here? Hang on. I gotta search this up on my phone real quick. My phone is dead! Dang it, and there goes my dog going off at like the last second of this video. Your energy is a little low. Let me fill that for you. Why, thank you. Let me go ahead and just open up this lovely note door. You only need 50 notes to open up the first gate, so that's pretty easy. You don't have to 100% Banjo Kazooie personally, but I prefer to, just because, I don't know, it kind of helps out more in the end. Also, when it comes to the Gruntilda's sister here, her name is Brentilda. She's like the one good sister out of the four, or like 3 bad ones. So basically what she does is she teaches you little like fun facts about Grunty that you're going to have to learn, or to know during the furnace fun at the end of the game, because it's going to be kind of like a, you learn Gruntilda's secrets, and she tells you 3 of them, and then I have to remember them for the end of the game. So here we go. Remember them well, young ones, as they will help you avoid a fiery fate. Press B if you like to hear me. Yeah, so we're going to listen to these real quick. I probably won't remember these, but I usually wing it during the furnace fun, so we're going to see what we can do here. Grunty brushes her rotten teeth with tuna ice cream. So guys, remember, tuna ice cream. That's what I'm going to have to remember. Tuna ice cream. She also washes her hair with rancid milk. Yuck. So you got tuna ice cream and rancid milk. I didn't get to read the last one, frick. Hang on, let me go ahead and skip through those 2. Go back to the 3rd one. And she gets her clothes from the trash can. Wow, okay, that's pretty gross. Anyways, guys, I'm going to see y'all next time on Banjo Kazooie. We're going to be heading on into Treasure Trove Cove. I'll be placing in the puzzle pieces later. So, guys, I'll see y'all next time, and take care. If you like this type of content, make sure you leave a like and a comment. Helps me out a bunch. See you guys.